This is a toy spot on the San Diego Comic-Con International Convention exclusive, long setup there, of the Minimates X-Force set. And for those that missed your opportunity the first time around, when this guy, this obscure character, here I go again, I'm going to get comments down below, obscure character, Deadpool here. For those missed your opportunity the first time around to get the Deadpool that was packaged with the Wolverine, certainly knows that 2-pack has skyrocketed right up the top. I guess I probably should have went for, that's usually down, but now is your opportunity. Available through the San Diego Comic-Con. I, however, did pick this up through Big Bad Toy Store, so if you missed your chance as well to get this set from Comic-Con, you can pick it up at Big Bad Toy Store. Package-wise is very interesting, actually. We've got Spider-Man at the top there, Action Figure Express exclusive. What I like is the fact that the package is made up, comprised of all different covers from the several X-Force comics. And I'm looking at them, as vague as they probably look, it just looks like a mess of things. But I can make out several issues that I own. I was a huge X-Force fan, collecting the first handful of issues. I probably have like the first 30 or so issues. But the pack features the first appearance Deadpool. We've got X-Force Cable. Got Domino and Farrell. Side gives you a image of all 4 Minimates. And on the back we have the images of the actual 4 Minimates in this set with a read-up down below. And the read-ups, I'll try to go through these quickly. First appearance Deadpool says Wade Wilson began his mercenary career while still in his late teens. Wilson became a test subject in Department K's branch of the joint U.S.-Canadian Superhuman Enhanced Program, the Weapon X program. Deadpool would later meet defeat at the hands of Cable, and his new charges the young mutants in training known as the New Mutants. Domino, Nina Thurman, was one of the many children born to the U.S. government's Project Armageddon, designed to genetically engineer the perfect weapon using a precognitive mutant named Beatrice. Domino was once captured by the arms dealer Tolver, secretly Cable's estranged son Tyler, who was one of the agents impersonate Domino's let's read that again. Who had one of agents impersonate Domino in Cable's new strike team, X-Force. Cable ultimately freed her, and she became to aid him in the role of the X-Force's leader. X-Force Cable, his read-ups are a little involved. Nathan Summers' birth was carefully orchestrated by the geneticist Mr. Sinister. Sinister planned to use Nate as a weapon against his former master Apocalypse, but Apocalypse learned of this and had Nate captured and infected with a deadly techno-organic virus. Later, with the aid of the mercenary ally and sometime lover Domino, right here, Domino Cable reorganized the New Mutants into the strike team X-Force. And finally, Farrell, Maria Calasantos, and her 3 siblings, Lucia, Mateo, and Carolina, grew up poor and abandoned by their father. After Maria's mutant power emerged, she found refuge with the underground Morlocks. She later agreed to join the New Mutants in return for their help in taking down Mask, and the team soon after became X-Force. It doesn't help that the text is so small on this. I'm trying to see this through the view screen here, the viewfinder of my camera. Alright, but that is read-up aside. A very nice looking array of figures in this set. Looking forward to getting this opened up. So what we'll do is we'll take a break, get these guys opened up, and we will have a look at the X-Force set of Minimates. Stay tuned. And I really didn't even bother to try to stand these guys up. They were just going to fall anyway. So here they are, all laying down. And let's have a look at them one by one. We'll first have a look at the man in charge here. We'll have a look at Cable first. And what I do like about Cable is it is his early appearance, which I suppose on some levels could be quite comical. But Cable looks very cool. If you grew up reading these books, you know, this probably would be a Cable you'd prefer to get. If you didn't grow up reading the early New Mutants and then the X-Force, you probably would say that Cable looks a tad silly. I probably would agree with you, but still, he is a pretty cool looking Minimate. As you see, he has two large guns, very, very large guns. Let's see if we can take them off. I don't think they're, nope. I was going to say, I don't think they're actually mounted where you can't remove them. But he's got these very large guns. Much like every other gun, if I can get his hand to actually hold it. First little time that you put in these there goes his arm. First time you actually put some of these weapons in, they tend to kind of have to usually pry them in there. There we go. Cable's falling apart here. See if we can get these guns in successfully. It's going to turn into a 20-minute video just by me. You know what? I'm not even going to bother put them in. You can put them in. I don't want to spend 5-10 minutes trying to pry his hands open, but he comes with these really neat looking guns. I think the problem lies in the fact that the handles are actually a bit thicker than most Minimate weapons. So you have to do a little, I'm going to say that word again, you have to do a little finagling to get them in just right. But he does come with two of them, which is nice. He also does come with, and I guess it's really up to you what you want to use them for, but he does come with 3 handguns. On the side here, he has 2 holsters. It's basic math. We have 2 holsters. We have 3 guns. And we put the 2 guns in the holsters, and you're left with how many? Anybody? You're left with 1 gun. Thank you. Thank you, Bill, who said 1. We'll put the 1 gun in. As you can see, I mean, the handle on these guns are a lot easier than the honkin' handles that come with his larger guns. Those you have to work a little harder to get in there. But Cable is nice. I like Cable quite a bit. The color is nice and bright. Unfortunately, when you put the guns in the holsters, it kind of pushes his legs in, just because of this large belt that he's got. But I love Cable quite a bit. This is a nice looking Cable. Very old school. I like that. So we'll put Cable down. By the way, I'm going to probably give Cable here, I'm going to give him probably, I want to give him a 7, just because I like the coloring. It's nice and bright, and it's old school Cable. So 7 for him. We'll look at Deadpool. Now, this Deadpool is very nice. Very, very nice. It's the more classic design of Deadpool. And before somebody says it, somebody I guaranteed would write down below, dude, can you show us the other Deadpool compared to it? Well, you know what? We'll bring in the other Deadpool. Now, I've swapped out the head here with his open eye. It probably makes more sense if I can get his head off. There goes his head. Let's see here. The head back here. I forgot it's not the head that's interchangeable, it's the mask. These masks are usually always, there we go. These masks are usually always hard to get off on Minimates, because you always end up popping the head off too. There's the other Deadpool. We'll put I guess the more classic looking mask on him, just so you guys can see a comparison between the two. This Deadpool obviously uses the regular Minimate head, This Deadpool uses the mask, so kind of looks like he's got quite a bit of a bigger head if you compare the two. Certainly the outfit is a little more updated on this one here, as well as a bevy of assorted weapons. I think we ended up counting there was about 7 weapons on the later, or the modern Deadpool, whereas this Deadpool unfortunately only has 2 swords. He has 2 swords, and he also has 2 machine guns as well. Much like Cable, he has holsters, but I don't think they're necessarily designed for the machine guns, just because of how broad they are. He does also come with weapons. There's a hair there. He also does come with smaller weapons that I suppose you could probably swap in and out with Domino if you really wanted to. But we'll say, for the sake of Deadpool, just because it's the same color, we'll put the handguns in his holster, and we'll give him his submachine gun, or his machine gun. I'm not very knowledgeable on guns, so I guarantee it's probably not a submachine gun, but gotta say, that's a nice looking Deadpool. By the way, in the way of his articulation, which would be the same on really all 4 of them, he has standard ball-jointed head, which is extremely stiff. There we go. Ball-jointed head, you can rotate all around. Ball-jointed shoulders, that you can rotate the arms. You can bend the elbow, rotate the hand. You can rotate the waist. You can move the legs. Now, being that he has a holster, a little harder on these guys, you can also bend the legs out, if not for these holsters. And bend the knee, and you can also rotate the foot. I think almost based on the size of his his head here, I almost think I prefer this Deadpool to this one right here. Now that I compare the two, this one does actually have quite a large melon for a head. I do think I like this Deadpool a little bit more, although this one does have quite a bit more weapons. But this Deadpool, this Minimate Deadpool, I'm probably going to give a 9. Very, very nice. Alright, let's move along. We're eating up time here. We're going to have a look at Farrell. Yeah, okay. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea. But yeah, I mean, if you are filling out the ranks of X-Force, you got to get Farrell here as well. She's got the tail also. Just looks like it's a separate piece that they've mounted on. Doesn't look to be any articulation in either. Standard articulation in her. She's also got the additional Wolverine hair, which, even though the ears are pointier, I mean, if you were to color this black, that would be one incredible Wolverine style hairstyle. Very, very cool. Farrell, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I'm probably going to give her a 6. And lastly, we'll have a look at Domino. Very, very nice looking Domino. Paint actually is really paint on all 4 figures are very nice. She's got this really nice shiny black, which I like too. Kind of gives it that look of like a leather. Very kinky. I love it. Love it. Now she also does come with, there's a 3rd machine gun. So I mean, really, it's entirely up to you. Nobody says you have to give Cable the silver guns. I mean, you could just mix and match really if you wanted to. And I think just because I like these guns, if I can get them in her hand, I'm gonna give this gun. Hands are very closed on these Minimates. Usually they're a little better. There we go. A little bit better usually on these Minimates. Like that quite a bit though. Domino here, I am gonna give a 7.5 to. She really is nice. But there you go, guys. A complete, as they're all laying down here, 4-pack of the Comic-Con exclusive X-Force set. Love the cable. Domino is really nice, and I think this is probably my favorite Deadpool for Minimates. Also possibly is the second only Deadpool made, but I do like the head, I think, a little bit more if I bring him in again than this guy right here. You missed your chance the first time to get Deadpool, and you really want a Deadpool, jump on this set right away. Guaranteed these are probably going to go up in value as well, and don't miss your chance to get Deadpool a second time around. So today's Toy Spot, we're looking at the Comic-Con exclusive, all four of them here. It's Comic-Con exclusive of the X-Force Minimates set. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Later.